Hey guys, how you guys doing? It is Arnie back with another video, and today we're gonna take a look at how I designed and built the MapleStory Southeast Asia microsite in the year of 2022. Yes, there's been a few microsites that have designed and built last year, and we're gonna take a look at all of them today. The thought process, why I designed it this way in terms of section. But of course, if you have any feedback or anything, please leave it in the comment section below, because I like to read like what do you guys think, right? What should be included, what should not be included, right? Do you think that this is good enough and etc, right? So please, right, put it in the description or in the comment section below. All right, and also before we begin, huge thanks to MapleStory Southeast Asia for allowing me to build and design the microsites for them. All right, so now let's begin. Right, we're gonna go back, right, to the Destiny update in May last year, May of 25th, right? So this is the date that MapleStory Southeast Asia got the Explorer Remaster update over here in the Destiny update. So Explorer Remaster, as you guys know, this entire hero section, the top part over here, right, that's a tiny little leaf over here which is scroll animation to fulfill your destiny. All right, so my intention over here is actually when you basically play through the Explorer storyline, there's a scene, right, the animation scene that Sugar actually take the maple leaf. So I wanted to do it something like when you basically go in, it will expand out where the tree drops the maple leaf, and it will tell you a story over here, which is a new destiny, the Explorer Remastered, right? All 14 Explorers has been remastered over here with new flashy skills and etc. Then coming down with the maple leaf will go to you because it's dropping down, is go to you, and here comes the explorers over here, the big review of the new illustrations, right? I could probably do it much better if I had more time, right? But it was actually pretty rushed for this one. It's like 2 weeks to come out with the entire site, so yeah, that was pretty rushed, but this is how it looks like. So that's the intention. And coming down over here, as you can see, there is an animation video that you can actually have a look at. Very big, very huge over here. I really want to focus on the animation video because it's really nice, right? So that's basically the entire main focus over here, the Explorer's Destiny. And coming down, well, as you guys know, the events, right? So a lot of players would like to see, wait, what events does Explorer Remaster gave over here, right? So this is basically the entire event section over here, which is the one that they gave out rewards over here and everything. So I put in the little bit of contrast to it with Night Lord over here and Flame Wizard. These are the two most strongest explorers, for those of you guys who don't know. Right, our strongest explorers. A lot of people like to play them, although Shadow is all the same. You get what I mean. But they're really nice throughout the illustrations. That's why I put it in with the contrast of the red background over here, right? So there's a new path, which is the event name, and I kept the Terra Burning, right? Terra Burning basically layout over here. As you guys can see in one glance, you know, right? In new explorers, in the green section, right? Green section, what you will get, okay, and a little bit of description. And in the blue section over here, what you will get. And as always, for those of you guys who don't know, you can see that this is actually recorded over here in KMS, everybody. Yeah, we are lack of time, so well, it's the same thing anyways, but yeah, it's in English. So this way you see here, blue over here and blue over here as well. All right, I just want to really showcase the damage skin and this very nice set over here. All right, and that's a special item over here, which is the secret mission, as you can see. Anyways, moving on, at the bottom, which will be the new Dawn Boss set. They introduced a few new Dawn Boss set over here. You can basically hover to it to see what Dawn Boss are. I know that there is a typo up here, right, when the site first released, unfortunately, but well, it is what it is. We have sharp eyes over here. Man, I have sharp eyes, I only managed to see it, but well, yeah. So we have hover to it and you can see what are the items that the bosses will drop over here. I kept the design as the same as the showcase in KMS. In KMS showcase, they did this over here as well, right? They did something like this, which is their slide over here. So I kept this entire design. Boss difficulty as well. Yeah, boss difficulty also, if you come in, it will come in like this, right? Very nice, subtle animation. It's the same thing that Korean MapleStory showcase did as well. So it's the same old thing. Of course, it's English. And a better MapleStory. I think a lot of players actually like this section, right? I try to keep it clean. I want to highlight just directly what items or what things has been changed over here. I just want to highlight this section. Yes, this is the set, and I go it with phases, right? So for example, we're talking about bosses, then coming in we have the bosses items over here. We'll talk about daily bosses as well, talk about all the boss patterns as well, more boss practice mode. Then later on I will go in with the rest of the other items like Maple Guide, level up over here. It's about growth over here, right? This is about enhancement, level up. And this is about settings over here, more settings, right? So this is like, I wanted to make it like a category. Like you see these few parts first, then after that you can relate, oh, this is more of a growth, this is more of a settings and more of a malicious type of stuff, right? So etc and etc over here. So this is the entire Battle Maple over here, right? Took a lot of time of cropping all this out, right? Want to make sure that it's focused, really focused. Right, hope you guys can understand what all this means. If you guys don't understand, that means I failed already. Anyways, moving up, we have the next one, which will be the Starlight Symphony over here. Okay, Starlight Symphony is one of the events that I really enjoy playing over here. Of course, you have a BGM up here. I think a lot of people, a lot of players actually like to listen to the BGM of the event map. You can revisit the map even though you're not in the map. Of course, players who didn't leave the map, their character there, you can still go in, but the rest you cannot go in anymore. So you can relive the experience once again in this microsite, right? It's the same old map, right? Same NPC, same background with the same BGM over here, right? So I kept the design of, you can just use your mouse to go left and right, right? That's basically go to various event nodes over there, right? So yeah, very simple, straight to the point event, right? Of course, the event will change according to the event date and stuff, right? Now, moving on, Gatekeeper Kalos over here, right? So Gatekeeper Kalos, this is where, wow, I gotta tell you, this is where the main thing comes in. If you were to come in over here, right, it comes in with a bam. This is like, wow. Kalos is staring at you. This is legitimately the same as how KMS did it. It's just that more over here will have video, and also the top part is more or less the same as what KMS did, and this is a little bit different. I want to highlight Gatekeeper Kalos over here, right? Kalos over here coming in, bam. You can see the effect, bam, right? That's it, very lit. And also the Eternal set over here. For those guys who don't know, you can actually click on the Eternal set to have a look at the Eternal set over here. Yeah, this is basically the highlight of this entire section. I try to make this similar to how KMS Slides did it, showcasing all these characters over here and making sure that these are the items. So this is basically the end game items, right? End game items in the main MapleSea, basically. These are basically the endgame items. You can click on it, have a look at them over here. Alright, so this is how it looks like. Very clean looking over here. Just want to focus on the items, and these are all the items over here. Okay, moving on at the bottom, yes, we have single good rebalance. This is a brand new one, so I wanted to highlight the new event over here, which is this event that you can claim through the entire Maple ID, that you can basically gain this few rewards over here in this special single pool rebalance. Okay, this is one dedicated section for this because you get a Terra Burninator and you get a lot of stuff over here. Right, ongoing events, yes. So this is like a reminder. I always have a reminder for most events. Right, Terra Burning is still running. Explore Remastered is still running. And Starlight Symphony is still running. So this is the I would say same design as what I did in Neo Update. At the bottom, you can see that as events as well. So I kept this design style over here, right? So yeah, that is basically for the Destiny update, everybody, right? Absolutely amazing update. Really have fun working on this Destiny microsite, although it's it's very rushed. I only have 2 weeks to do all this, right? But anyways, that's Destiny, everybody, right? And also the optimization part, more or less the same as what I did for the new update. Minimize everything, make sure that it can be in WEBP format as possible, and sometimes if the WEBP image is higher, then I will use PNG instead. Sometimes it won't be higher. Okay, so all this are very much being optimized, and as always, mobile, right? Mobile is a relatively different compared to desktop. As you can see, mobile over here, no video, because you don't want to lag the players coming in, right? So this is how it looks like on mobile. Straight to the point. I know that a lot of players also go in to the website with using mobile, so this is how it looks like. Different layout, right? Mobile has the mobile layout, desktop has the desktop layout over here. Of course, Starlight Symphony over here, you can just scroll through. BGM still remains over here. Gatekeeper Kalos over here still remains, right? Coming down, of course, without the boom thingy, right? Like yourself, right? So this one still remains. You can still click on the item, see the item, all the way coming down here. Sengoku rebalance and also the events over here, right? So optimize for all devices, everybody, all devices. Okay, now that's basically it for the Destiny, everybody. Now moving on to Ignition, everybody. Oh yeah, alright. Ignition is like crazy insane, I gotta tell you. 5 parts, man. Actually, no, not really 5 parts, 4 parts, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Ignition events over here. Okay, if you count hyper burning, that's 5 different parts of the website, right? Of course, we count in hyper burning because it's a brand new site, which I'll tell you later on why. Ignition, Cygnus Remaster. Coming in, I kept the design aesthetics as KMS. Where you refresh, you can see that the characters come in like this, right? It's a very subtle animation. It comes in, it's like we gather in all the Cygnus Knights, right? As Cygnus over here is the main focus, as you can see, right? And all the Knights over here will come in together. This is where we gather in. And of course, the animation over here, animation illustration over here, you can see the effects is pretty heavy, I would say. So yeah, I try to really optimize this site. It's really difficult anyways. And also we have download and patch notes over here, as you can take a look at. I feel like patch notes button over here is very important, but sometimes you might need to go to the website to search for patch notes. Why not have it in the microsite, right? And coming down, which will be the similar to the Explorer Remaster event, Cygnus Remaster event for this one, which will have containing the similar design layout as I did for the Explorers and as well as the Terra Burning event. One whole section straight to the point. You can see what you get at what level, right? And basically what items you're gonna get, and a little bit of description of what you're gonna get as well. Okay, separated into 2 sections over here, and this will be the cosmetic rewards over here, right? Showcase all the Cygnus set over here as well, as you can see. And this is the chair, and this is the damage skin over here. All right, damage skin is a little bit different because it's a unit damage skin in English. Alright, so I try to make this section as classy as possible, you know, because Cygnus Knights, they are always very classy, very elegant type of characters, yeah? And coming to this design over here, as you can see, it's a very classy, you know, they are in the very, you know, drinking a wine, sipping a wine type of mood, you know. So that's why I designed it something like this. With a little tap of yellow, which comes to a little bit of gold over here, right? Yeah, so that's basically the design. Then coming down with the hyper burning. Hyper burning, I did it with a totally different design, right? I want to really focus on this section because it's a huge milestone. Previously, it was mega burning, Terra burning, hyper burning was very first introduced in the Ignition update, right? Break the limit, right? 1+2 all the way up to 250, and I wanted to incorporate this with the burning. So this burning background video over here is just like a very short, like less than 5 seconds video. Just keep looping over there. This is the hyper burning video fire over there that I use, right? So I wanted to make it like very unique, and once, even though when you see anywhere, I've seen people taking screenshots and everything, once you see, you know that this is from MapleStorySEA, you know, that's the intention. And you know that directly, oh, this is like theme, right, for hyper burning. You can see that the color over here that I use is red at the background, a little bit of contrast of green and blue, which match perfectly, and you can just directly see like, wow, the colors really blend out over here, and you can see that the section over here is very, very catchy. And after that, you can see extreme, right? The extreme part comes in like a little bit further, right? Extreme part comes in like this, comes in with the extreme. So this part over here, I see we can get it a little bit of overlaying at the top, coming down with the dynamic view. I see that this text over here is extreme as well. It's more or less similar to how KMS did it, but KMS also have a little bit of background at the back, which I remove it, so I want to make it as a more cleaner type of look and feel, that you want to focus on the main content only, which is the flame wolf. I did explain why flame wolf over here, because I know that some players might not be able to counter the higher level flame wolf because they are not 260 and above. So this is like a very good differentiation between them, I would say. And also bounty hunter over here. This one I took a while to actually think of, like, how should I actually do this, because the new Aspecia portal over here, which is this NPC, which go over here, and this is the totem slash over here, which is this over here, which every 4th portal, right, you'll be able to go into this, right? And also bounty hunt related type of stuff. That's how I incorporated it. Moving down a better maple, right? So this is the quality of life and everything's over here. And as always, I try to make it as clear cut as possible. You look at it, you know, okay, this is the change over here that is in the game, right? And as you can see, this is actually taken from KMS as well. But it's more or less the same anyways, right? You don't have any current text over there. So this is 0 because I wanted to show 0 buying and real buying. Yeah, so this is like the best to show over here. And of course, I wanted to show if there's 2 mobs over here, how would it show visually in the UI itself, right? So that's why. And of course, this 2 will be just the image itself. And inventory, I can see the inventory. I want to refocus on these 2 items over here, which is the time limited icon and this one as well. Yeah, I want to focus on this, the matrix, spell tracers. So all these are the main focus I really wanted to focus on, right? So it's actually, yeah, took some time to gather all this out as well, right? But at the end of the day, main thing is to let you guys understand what are the changes that are in the game, and as well as you look at it in one glance, you just read maybe the title, you will understand like, oh, okay, this is the change. Or maybe you don't even need to read the title, you'd see like, oh, that's the change, that's the main goal, okay? Alright, so that is Cygnus Remastered, everybody. Now, let's take a look at the Ignition events, everybody! Oh yeah, okay, the design over here actually changed already. It's not so neon light over here when the first Ignition is more fire based. So there's a 2 version. One is the full moon party, one is the Ignition, the one that you're listening to the background right now. Okay, the beginning one, it's more of a fire looking theme, you know. The ending, almost to the end one, is more towards the more calm type. But the design is a little bit different because KMS has a moon at the top in the map. But in MapleStorySEA, it has a Ignition logo at the top, which changes color, right? But I didn't add that there because I wanted to. There's already an Ignition logo over here, so that's why I didn't add that there. Now, of course, similar to the previous event sites over here, this is basically how the site looks like. Did not add the BGM in this time over here, right? Because I was thinking, yeah, did not add it. Yeah, did not add, just did not add it, everybody. Alright, so that's basically it for the Ignition event over here. As always, you can come back and have a look at this event over here. Although the design is a little bit different from the very first design, okay? And then moving on, we have hyper burning. There we go. Hyper burning event, everybody. This is like the main site that I wanted to focus on as well, because this is the brand new one which I want to focus on, which is like, okay, we have a very nice fire theme at the top with of course with the two avatars over here, the illustrations over here as well, Windbreaker and Thunderbreaker over here, right? Terra burning, hyper burning event period, a little bit of flame over here as you can see. We'll talk about the top later on if you guys notice. And you can see that Nightwalker is at the back. But we're gonna notice over there. And of course, I remain the structure over here that you guys can see. Okay, at what level you'll be able to get what. So I was thinking to basically split level 130 and then level 100, 150 at the bottom row. But I was thinking, there's not much to show, right? It's more or less the same thing over here, and basically in the game the rewards are actually split up into different sections. Of course, level 200 is being split up as well. This is actually a Terra hyper burning one, and this is actually the regular burning one last time that you guys have. But now it's all combined, and that's why I try to do it like, okay, I want it to be very simple. You have a look, you know what rewards you're gonna get all the way up here. Of course, gonna showcase the items as well, right, to see, right, what at level 230 you'll be able to get this item. So I almost forgot what level you get this item. Alright, then Beyond Hyper. This is an exclusive event for MapleSea over here. They can get free cash over here, right? And extra air cash. You can learn more about that in the patch notes over here. So I'm gonna get it share. So the design over here, as I mentioned, is a little bit of flamey looking design, right? I don't want to make it too boring looking feel. Just it's basically a column with image and everything, so I have a little bit of effect. As you can see up here, this button over here is just a normal regular gradient, as you can see. Alright, I'm gonna show you over here. Right, so this is just a regular gradient over here, as you can see out here. This is just a gradient, and there's two flame over here, ignite flame, as you can see. This is just an image over here. If I go to close this down, right? Wait, what? Okay. I will close this down, right? You can basically see that there's no image over there, right? So it's not an entire button image. It's just a very subtle gradient and a button image over here. Okay, so that's for the hyper burning one over here. I really like this site, and when I see, I'm like, ooh, I hope you guys really love this as well. Right, give you the information that you need. That is the most important thing. All right. Now, next one. Ooh, the exclusive one over here in this update. Wow. MapleSea finally having my home over here. This is a separated update from the rest of the other servers, because other servers don't have my home in the Ignition update. So MapleSea only MapleSea have this one over here, because GMS already have it in the Destiny, and TMS, CMS have previous updates as well. My home, right? Very focused on this design over here, which is your very own house in MapleStory. Personalize your dream home today, and you can see that various furnitures over here. These are the boss furnitures I actually use over here. It's a very subtle pop-up animation, right? And also, of course, the house that I wanted to showcase, like, okay, when you have a house that has a lot of furniture, how would it look like? You know, players actually like to see, right, how's it been designed? How does it look like if your house have a lot of furniture? This is basically the so-called slideshow, right? And you can see over here. And of course, introduction to my home. For MapleSea players, my home is actually brand new content. That's why the text over here is relatively more compared to the other rest of it. Because normally I would really shorten the description, because I want to just, okay, make it easy, simple to read. But since it's a brand new content, right, players will be excited to see what is it about. A little bit of description, right, for those who wanted to read more information before the patch notes is out, because this is before patch notes is out. And you can see that all new furniture over. These are basically the key selling point. Okay, the main highlights of my home: new furniture, shopping, daily buffs, which I want to really focus on this, because this is like the benefit you can get. Okay, and also meet your neighbors. Of course, the elements, right, the MapleStory elements of friends, okay, meeting your neighbors over here, which is very important. And also another one, yes, of course, furniture collection, right? I want to highlight on the furnitures, and during this time it's actually almost near to the Lunar New Year, so I want to really focus on, okay, there is a collection reward over here that's Oriental style, as you can see, which is the special one, and I really focus on the exclusive seasonal furnitures that I mentioned, because this is just very exclusive during this event period. Like for example, my home over here, the opening event is the Neo Castle theme, right, with the Disco Ball and Neo Castle furniture. And for the Lunar New Year, which is the Lunar New Year Oriental style furniture, so yeah, I want to really focus on this. That's why you can see that the design aesthetics over here is more or less like incorporated with this entire section over here. Alright, so yeah, and then coming back, Extreme, yes, there's two different parts of the Extreme update in MapleSea. KMS actually combined it into one, but MapleSea actually split up to two. One, first part of it, right, is Cygnus Remastered, then later on, second part, which will be the My Home, which is extreme boss modes over here. This one over here, as you can see, when it flips out, is the same design as the one that is in the video, everybody. The Korean MapleStory video, they use the same thing, same UI as well, where they flip out over here. Alright, want to focus on Black Mage and Saren as well. Okay, then moving on, of course, Monster Park Extreme, the one that everybody has been waiting for, right? And of course, there are also Monster Park dungeons being added, which over here, which I really focus on. Like when you scroll down, you'll be able to see, hey, these are the maps that's been added at the side, and this is the boss that is the iconic boss that you basically will, once you see it, you know that, oh, this is Monster Park Extreme, because this boss over here is only available in Monster Park Extreme. Alright, so that's the main focus over here. And as always, a brand new exclusive event over here, Hyper Ignition, sorry, and also New Year event, which is available in all servers, overseas servers. Crazy, right? Not in KMS. KMS have the BTS Jin, but don't have the New Year event. So of course, I want to really focus on 2023. As you can see, if I were to scroll down, it pops out over here. Yay! You know, celebrating the year of 2023. Coming in with the Hyper Ignition, you'll be able to get this androids over here, because a lot of people will try to see, right, what androids can they get, because it's different from BTS Jin, right? And also the orchard over here, right? That's the set over here that you can get. A lot of people don't know what is this about, because I didn't really focus on that much, but this is the new illustration for the new year. Alright, so more events. Of course, when you click on this, it will go back to the Ignition events highlight over here, which everything is up here. Okay, so that is for My Home. My Home has a lot of stuff, a lot of exclusive stuff, a lot of event-based stuff over there, right? Then now, moving on to Odium over here. Wow, Odium. I took a long time thinking of how to design this site, my man. Oh, this site was actually pretty difficult, because there's not many content. There's not much content over here that is in Odium. It's in January 25th update. It's just Odium. That's it. Nothing else. And of course, the aesthetic wise, this design over here, following back with the KMS type of design. I added the BGM over here. Alright, as you guys can actually listen to the BGM, because I know a lot of players will not have access to the high level content, and all high level content I always add BGM over there, because you can enjoy the BGM, because they are absolutely amazing, everybody. Okay, and of course with the download and also the patch notes over here. Okay, and this part over here, as you can see, if you were to come in, there's two layers. First layer is the clouds that's been blocking a little bit of a gradient over there, and then later on at the background is actually another background. In the middle, there is a video that's playing over here. This is the Odium video, and I wanted to showcase the Odium over here. As you can see over here, you can play it. And of course, two iconic characters over here. Alright, for those of you guys who play through the Odium storyline, you kind of know, like, ooh, this is what is, no spoilers, but that's basically it. Coming down, I wanted to showcase the new level 275 map, right? The Awakened Laboratory Odium, with a new symbol over here. And of course, the map, right? Map is one of the most important one, right? You gotta see, wow, how beautiful are all these maps over here. Okay, this is why I wanted to showcase the maps over here, right? And coming back, I want to remind everyone, right? Yes, hyper burning event is still running, right? So that's why this part over here is the end call to action, right? So to let you guys know, hey, hyper burning event is still running. Go ahead, create your hyper burning event before it's too late. Okay, so that's basically over here. All right, so that is the entire Ignition microsite. Of course, the microsite is also mobile responsive, everybody. As you can see, jajan, there we go. Of course, I kept the animation because I really love the animations over here, right? And of course, all these parts are more or less the same as what you've seen in the Destiny update. The video will not play anymore because I don't want to lag everyone. So this is how it looks like. This is all PNG sprite, okay, very lightweight. And of course, this bottom over here is fully. And also, you can see that the bottom bar over here is a little bit different, right? And you can see in this remaster, there's a tiny icon over here. You click on hyper burning. There's a tiny icon in the hyper burning, which is the title, as you can see, right? It seals over here, right? Yeah. And of course, ignition events over here. Yep, this will still show. It show you that you can go left or right over here. You can see that the ignition chair that I used. And also my home. I used the my home icon over here, right? As you can see, the main key features over here for my home, and as well as the extreme mode over here. Okay, coming down with the new year and a very nice, very subtle bunny over here. And also lastly, Odium, everybody. Yes, Odium, of course, use the symbol, right? Symbol is the most iconic one that you guys can basically relate to. So that is basically it for the ignition one. And if you guys notice, in mobile, there's no description. It's just title. And if you're on desktop, you'll be able to see the description. Okay, so that is for the ignition microsite, everybody. Of course, this microsite also incorporates with all the elements of scaling it to basically optimizing the entire site using the WEBP format, right? And as well as making sure that the entire site loads as fast as possible, regardless you're on desktop, you're on mobile. The main goal over here is anywhere you are using data connection, you load the site, it's just slow. That's the main goal. You know that the MapleStory server sometimes lag a bit, so I need to like make sure that they load properly. Okay, so that is for the ignition over here. All right, now moving on. This is the special one, everybody. Ta-da! 17th anniversary. This is a special microsite. A little bit different theme looking compared to the 2 update microsites that I did. Okay, 17th anniversary was so-called it like an event-based, like a conference-based type of microsite, right? So the design is a little bit different. As you can see, the top part will be hero section, showing you guys this theme over here, the glittering aspiration. And of course, we want to focus on highlighting Malaysia and Singapore. There's 2 locations over here, and we want to highlight that it's free. I think a lot of people, a lot of players actually come to the site thinking that, oh, you have to pay to come into the event, right? And I think one of the main thing that it's being highlighted over here that no, it's actually free event. You have an option to whether you want to pay or not to get the special items or to get the event tickets to play the mini games and etc. So I think the free word over here, it's very important at this point of time. Once join the celebration and event information will go to the event page notes. Join the celebration will come down here, which is this one, right? Okay, this one over here, it's, as you know, it's very different from other sites that I did. So as you can see, there is 2 very new fireworks. So one is, okay, this is the Malaysia fireworks, which uses an eagle. Don't know why. And then this is the Singapore one, which is very iconic, as you can see up here as well. Yeah, very nice. So highlighting, okay, free once again, right? You can unlock the full experience. If you want to basically get it, you can RSVP over here. Okay, RSVP will go to another link, which is an Eventbrite link over there. And you can see that these are the past event photos over here. I really wanted to focus on the energy, right? I want to focus on cake cutting, that's cake. I want to focus on the community, right? Everyone been celebrating. And I want to focus on the items that you'll be able to use or cosplay or anything, right? If you want to take pictures over here, as you can see Banshee over here as well. And as well as they might be cosplay as well. Well, that's just something over here that I want to focus on. 4 key pillars over here throughout this few years, right? And of course a little bit of glow over here to make you guys have a look at this. And of course RSVP rewards, and this is the one that if you RSVP you'll be able to get this rewards over here. One full section you'll be able to see all the rewards, right? You're able to see the effects over here, the share, everything, the chat, everything over here as well. You can see that these are the items that you can get depending on which pack you are RSVPing over here. Okay, very simple, just straight to the point. I want to let you guys know what you're gonna get if you pay or buy the RSVP ticket. Coming down over here, event games. So this is the part where the initial idea was actually to players able to scan the QR code, come to this page and read about the event description, right, or how to play the event at this point of time. But I think that kind of don't really need it over there, because on the event ground you basically have everything been written already, right? But yeah, the initial idea over here is basically for players to come into this site, go to this section over here, they will be able to see what event mechanics that they have, right? That's the initial thing. Okay, and also these are some of the event on ground activities to highlight. All right, of course spending as well, you can basically get this auction over here, which is how it looks like over here with the auction guy, right? And of course at the bottom, which will be a very nice mini game booth or showcase booth. Alright, so that is basically it for the event site over here. Alright, very simple event site. Of course, as you can see, you scroll down and you'll be able to see this RSVP over here. Yeah, so main focus I really want to focus is the RSVP. All the call to actions come back to here, this main section, right? Main section over here. Of course, main section, its main point over here is to get players to RSVP. Even on the in the mobile site, if you were to go up, there is a minimum size over there. You cannot go like even more smaller, so I capped that over there. When you scroll, you'll be able to see join us RSVP. You will come back into this section. Right, the main section, of course, to get players RSVP, and as well as showcasing the dates and the location over here. Yeah, and of course, you can see that there's a very nice 17 over here at the background, and this is the mobile version. I try to keep it as simple as possible, clean as possible, as modern looking view as possible. Maybe, yeah, I don't know, right? So yeah, I want to just keep it really nice over here, and this is the theme of it. A little bit of orange, a little bit of pink, everybody, right? Very subtle yet eye-catching over here. Alright, so that is for the 17th anniversary microsite, everybody. Yeah, so these are the 3 microsite over here that I basically did last year in 2022. Really have fun making all this site, designing them, right? Making sure that the information that is being conveyed on the website is relevant to you guys, the players, right? Because for me, playing KMS already, coming back to MapleStorySEA, right? I want to really showcase, okay, what are the important stuff to show, information to show, right? Maybe you will need more info about the specific event mechanics, about specific quality of life changes and over there. So these are things that I would really like to focus on, as well as the rewards, right? Everybody would like to see the rewards. I've seen a lot of players come back into this page to read the rewards, right? And this makes me really happy because I achieved the goal. the goal is to make you guys come into this page to view the rewards rather than going into the patch notes, search for it and everything, right? You don't have to search. Come into this page, see the rewards directly. Hyper burning rewards. Where do you see it? In the microsite. All you need to know information is in the microsite. But there's one thing I wanted to add over here, which is the FAQ. Right? But we didn't have time to do the FAQ over here. That's why the FAQ has been moved to the patch notes, the event notes itself instead. Yeah, so at first it was the idea was to basically add the FAQ over here because hyper burning, a lot of questions from you guys, right? Can I hyper burn existing character? Can I get the rewards and all that stuff? You know, that's why hence why I make another video about hyper burning. So yeah, I know that a lot of people are gonna ask the questions already. That's why I was thinking, okay, we're gonna have an FAQ here. But at that point in time, because we were always rushing for this, then yeah, it was being put into the event patch notes instead. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically it. All 3 microsites, Destiny update, Ignition, and we also have the 17th anniversary event microsite over here. All these 3 websites, well, I really have fun designing and also building them. I've also used to build it in Webflow, right? Very nice. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy the microsite, right? And thank you very much for playing around with the microsite, getting the info that you need. That's the most important thing, important message that I want to convey to everyone over here. As a player, you really want information, right? That's why I want to get straight to the point, straight to the info over here. And as always, if you have any feedback, right, or any comments that you think, okay, why don't you do it like that? You know, why did you do it like this? Can you like do it something else? Yeah, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Right, I do read all your comments. Criticize the design, criticize the layout, what you like, what you don't like. Just let me know, because that's how I improve. Okay, if you guys don't let me know, I'm gonna be like, oh, seems like the players like it, you know. So if you guys let me know, I will basically understand, okay, this is how I'm going to improve it in the future, right? And let you guys have a better experience in terms of conveying the update information, the update highlights, you know, the rewards over here, okay, everything, including all the contents over here, how being represented. These are very important stuff over here, right? So yeah, leave your comments in the video section below as always, right? Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you very much for all the support as well, right? And yeah, I'm gonna end it with leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay awesome everybody, and stay safe. Bye bye.